Yo, trade recap for August 21st. We took a loss. Honestly, a really good loss. I would take this 9 times out of 10 or 10 times out of 10, really A plus setup. Let's break it down real quick. So coming into the session, make sure you watch the pre-market analysis video before you watch this one. I was viewing this previous day lows as very much high resistance after sweeping out this daily internal low. From there, we had 2-hour continuation levels that were put in, especially on ES with this first 2 hour, and then this 2-hour LFEG. And I said in pre-market, I wanted to see this 2-hour LFEG to get hit to see the move higher, more preferably because of I knew that was going to be a very strong level. And also it was paired with a 1-hour LFEG also. Just a very strong level for us to continue higher after taking out this draw on liquidity and inversing a 4-hour gap on ES. Yeah, inversing this 4-hour, I had a very bullish bias for the session. So what ended up happening, let me break it down for y'all. We started dumping throughout the session. We had all this low resistance that I had marked out, all these lows that I expected for price to want to achieve, but not want to achieve the main high resistance draw. So I had all these marked out. I was waiting for price to run through all these. And I said in also pre-market that I expected this 30-minute internal low to be the lowest point of manipulation. So what ended up happening is the 30-minute internal low and the 2-hour LFEG on ES got achieved. And I was ready for lawns, very much ready for lawns. So what ended up happening, we had a very strong V-shape from the 2-hour and this 30-minute showing reactions. And I took this 30-second paired with the change in state delivery, expecting us to run this low resistance liquidity up here, leading up to the 15 and 5-minute gaps, and viewing this as high resistance. What ended up happening, we came down into this rejection block and it sent us higher. And I thought this was it. I thought, like, you know, I was expecting this to hold as high resistance. I was trusting that model on it, and I was expecting this to hold us higher from this 2-minute gap here. But we ended up just flushing back down. Very choppy, disappointing price action in that way. So we are definitely going to be a little bit more careful about some entries until New York session starts to clear up a little bit, because this is very choppy. This is a very obvious trade to me with low resistance, high resistance, and filling 2-hour sponsorship gaps and strong recoveries that we should have flushed these levels in a normal market condition. But that's a part of trading. We got to be okay with that. So full loss today. It's Friday, right? Isn't it Friday? Yeah, it's Friday. So we will be back on Monday. I might try to make a video on the NQ Blueprint Futures Blueprint series over the weekend. We'll see how busy I get, but that's it for today. I hope you all had an amazing session and learned something from this. Trade safe. Next week, make sure you journal your stuff from this week, review it over the weekend. And God bless. I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.